I stay facts. When you at the top, when you reach the max.
It costs you nothing to hit that like button, family. Big Chap TV, where you know you gon' see that truth, that now this game so free. He give it uncut, that's how it's gotta be. It's Big Chap TV.
What up, family? Cost you nothing to hit that like button, fam. Boosie. Now, we all know Boosie got this little situation right now. He had to lay down for 2 years on the gun charges that he caught out in San Diego. And I must say, that was a crazy way to get caught up. You know, that's why they say all money ain't good money. Boosie was already out there, you know, doing what he do. We get a call, hey man, we got a bag, we trying to do this verse, video, what's happening. Boosie, let me go get it. You know, I can pay my people with this bag and keep the bag that I got from the show, right? That's how he think. But it cost him. Now, with that being said, it's a lot going on in the ATL. You know, if you don't know, Boosie stay in the ATL. He connected out there. When it come to this situation with Thug and everybody, it's all over social media. I mean, they going back and forth. We know Thug just went on an interview with Big Bang, and in this interview, Thug cried, you know, saying how lonely he was that his home is gone since all this have went on. But at the end of the day, it's a lot have been exposed with Thug when it comes to the interrogation room. It's a lot have been exposed with YSL, period. It seemed like everybody was really against each other the whole time while they was trying to act like they was with each other. Now, fast forward, Boosie seeing all this on social media, you know, when it comes to Thug, and a lot of people saying YFN Lucci and his people was the realest. They not having all these issues like YSL, and they not, fam. But Boosie just took to his Twitter, fam, and the only thing he tweeted out on this situation was shaking my head, SMH, like. And what Boosie mean by this is just, he always stand on business when it comes to the snitching thing. But Boosie didn't stand on business when it come to QCP. You know what I'm saying? Boosie didn't stand on business, you know, when it come to T.I. really. They had their situation, but they mended it back. And I can go on and on, you know, with a few individuals that Boosie did. It's a pick play with these situations, man. Depending on who you is. With Boosie saying shaking my head, you know, he's speaking on everybody in this YSL, especially Thug, coming to be found out that he, you know, have talked to the cops like he did. You know, the hood rule, we don't talk to the cops at all. You know, we get us a lawyer, we lawyer up, and, you know, that's the business. Boosie is feeling like these dudes is really in violation with what they got going on. Now, with all these jail calls being leaked of Young Thug, it's a lot of stuff being said, fam. Thug is losing friends. He's losing girlfriends. Thug losing everybody around him with these secret phone jail calls. And I don't know who releasing this on this man, but they really trying to crucify him. And I was saying when Thug first came home, like, Thug, man, you need to chill. You know what I'm saying? Like Big Bank was telling them in the demo, man, you need to chill out. You know, you were just fighting for your life, bro. Your whole life could be gone right now. This is not a game. When Thug was crying, it was from pain. Not only from the homeless, but from what he was crying in that jail cell, like I was telling y'all, fam. When you don't know where your life might go, your lawyer's saying one thing, but you don't really know how this thing gonna go. And to see this situation turn out like it did, and then the exposing of Thug afterwards, after going in on Gunna and the rest of them, and the whole time you in that same position. See, this the thing about people too, man. You know, and we can do it to other people, but we don't allow other people to do the same to us. So when we do it, we can't see it, but we can see other people behave. And that's just how the world is moving right now. That's why everybody is in a lonely spot, fam, because the betrayal is so real. Salute to Boosie. You know, he just had a situation with his son. You know, him and his son might be incarcerated together. Tudor Raw got caught with some switches and everything, fam. You know, that's mandatory sentences and things like that. So I know Boosie just had a child, and he looking at it now like, man, it's a lot going on. I gotta go sit down, my son. You know what I'm saying? I just had a newborn. You know, things can happen in life, fam, like this. You know what I'm saying? Last week it could have been all good, and the next week it's a whole new 360. The tables have turned, fam. Whether that's jail, sicknesses, deaths, whatever the case might be. But God got his way of working in our lives, fam, to make us appreciate what we have going on. But it's kind of hard to appreciate things when you at the age Tudor Raw is. I done been there. You're not really wise enough to really see God. You feel what I'm saying? But I know Boosie done been through it, and he's wise enough to see God. And when he was saying with taking his 2 years, Boosie was saying if that's what God got for him to do, that's just what it is. He said his mama was telling him, quit calling Donald Trump, quit reaching out to them to try to get a pardon on this case. You know, let God deal with it. And a lot of times, fam, by us going to sit down for 2 years, little time like that, you know, a year or two, man, you can get yourself all the way suited and booted and educated and come back out and make a killing. Boosie is a businessman, but he don't study business. You see what I'm saying? Because he making money off shows. You know, that's how individuals getting they bread. You know what I'm saying? That longevity bread off them shows. You know what I'm saying? Things like that, your masters. You know what I'm saying? And that's what Boosie got going on, and that's why he winning in this game. You got to think about it. Boosie still gets $75,000 a show off an old record 20 years ago. That's why I was telling the young niggas out here in the game, man, y'all got to make some classic records, bro. Can't just be making these club hits or just these little G hits, you know, these overnight hits. Because once it slow down, once that buzz leave, ain't nobody gonna be trying to book individuals. I can't see too many young niggas in the game getting booked like the older individuals still getting booked today, like the Boosies and the rest of them. Because they took their time with these records, fam. A lot of people with these microwave raps, you feel me? They be hard. They go in, these little 1 minute rap, 2 minute raps. They think they getting away with it right now, but in the long run, it's gonna affect your career. Individuals like Boss Man D-Lo, they might do a 1.5 minute record, 2 minute record. No, bro, them records gotta be 3-4 minutes. You gotta make people really feel that conversation, man. And put them classic down. Let them hooks soak in. They doing one verse, one hook type demo. You feel me? Or 2 hooks, 1 verse, like, nah, man. So this is what the world have came to. Salute the Boosie. So he's seeing right now what's happening with Thug and them and feeling some type of way on how Thug and them moving on this situation and just saying, shaking my head. I can say this, we're going to continue to shake our head out here in this game right now, fam, because it's a different ball game. You know, the game done changed. And one thing I've learned about the game, you got to change with the game or the game will lead you. But I will keep y'all updated on situations, though. But make sure you hit that like button, family, and make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'm out.